Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Beats and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Miami. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their ninth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And taken down just shy of the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did. A small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake, trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Here's Parker looking to throw on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Parker. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No. What was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Parker in trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs. And
confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Rivers. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. And out come the Dolphins now. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Parker can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down. Lamb, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Complete to number 4. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On the move past the 40. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Parker. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Operating from the gun, Parker. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Parker. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Deebo Samuel, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board. Now still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 4. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. The Eagles had too much talent to finish where they did, as a Week 18 victory can only up their final mark to 7-10 on the year. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Seahawks trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up and the other team scores.
So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime, plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wondered, do they have a 12-point drop?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Rivers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Lamb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll run on first down. Rivers. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
lost the football. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Beats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Miami's offense set and ready to go. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this throw will be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rivers. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4
yards.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lamb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Lamb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Parker. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Parker. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good footwork at the 30. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 15. He finds his man complete. That's Lamb. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, just staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Parker, and that'll be incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Dorsey. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Rivers, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Holding, offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
But, Charles, that's something that this league has only seen a little over 20 times in its 100-year history. He comes through with a 60-yard field goal.
And I'm just wondering, does he even believe it yet? Has it sunk in? Let's face it, guys dream about this. They think about it. They practice for it. But for it to actually happen, impressive. What a kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now Parker to throw on 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Parker now from the gun on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Parker over the middle, complete. That's Martin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Parker throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd down now. Rivers, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead. Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. To throw is Parker on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a throw here to his running back. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Parker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter. Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. On 1st down, Rivers. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it. And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side. So now here come the Dolphins. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Parker from the gun on third down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Results in the fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Dolphins first down.
Now Parker on 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Parker's pass complete to Deebo Samuel. 2 yards on the pickup.
Parker now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, Parker dancing to his left. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Parker. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 52 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Brooklyn, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.